Welcome to this Race 2 press conference for the 7th round of the MC Insurance British Superbikes Championship in association with Pirelli. Congratulations to our podium gladiators. I'll call you on this hot day at Brands Hatch. Jason, I'm not sure how you must be feeling after that. You led so many of those laps and then still on the box, but perhaps not where you'd want to be.
Yeah, happy to be on the podium again. After the first race, to come back and finish third was much better. We had a strong pace all weekend. Unfortunately, I messed up Superpole yesterday and made the first race hard for ourselves. But, coming back here this afternoon, I led most of the race. I felt really comfortable. The bike was working great. We made a few tweaks from the first race and it was working really well. Leon came by and we had a bit of a tussle. The safety car came out. Then after the safety car, Leon was in front of me. I went, he told me his bike was cutting out. I went to the outside down the straight and then Shaky got us both, I think, into the first corner, and that was pretty much done for me. I came around. I thought the flag was going to come out, and then I seen a board with an extra 2 laps to go. It must have been because of the safety car. And I thought, right, let's have another push and see if I can get second. Tried really hard. The last lap was, nearly one of my fastest laps of the race, and I just missed out. But to be third, another podium credit, another good chunk of points towards the showdown, and happy to be back up on the podium.
It was a fine result, given the weekend you've had in some regards. We go to Cadwell Park next. A quick comment from you on Cadwell Park and how you view that circuit?
Yeah, I can't wait to go to Cadwell. I missed last year's race through injury. Absolutely love the place. My home race. I only live 20 minutes away. We had a great test there a couple of weeks ago. Found a good setting, really comfortable, and can't wait to get stuck in there.
Great stuff. Congratulations on the podium today and the credit that goes with it, along with the points.
Thank you very much.
Let's turn to Leon Haslam for JG Speedfit Kawasaki. And Leon, I guess from where you were yesterday lunchtime to come away with 2 second places today, a good weekend.
Yeah, we'll take it. We did start off very, very bad. Honestly, I expected a little bit more from race 2. I did have a small problem for the first half of the race with it cutting out, and I thought I was going to have to pull in. I kind of dropped back quite fast with people passing on the straight, but then luckily it cleared. It was a little bit intermittent on the last 4 or 5 laps, but the bike was actually handling loads better. I actually felt more comfortable and felt like I should have pushed on a bit more, but that was the situation. We'll take a second. Jason was riding really strong, and I didn't really have an answer for Shaky on them last laps. I was just hanging in there, but there was nothing that I could do just to get that a little bit closer. So we'll take 2 seconds here. We need to reassess a few of the small issues that we've had this weekend, and we'll move on to Cadwell.
And thoughts on Cadwell? Tight track after the tracks you've been on for the last few years, going back there.
Yeah, it's been 8 years, but Cadwell always used to be one of my favourites. I think for record-wise, it's one of my best circuits. I think 5 out of 7 wins there. So I think I've still got the lap record from about 10 years ago. So hopefully we can extend that and push it on a little bit further, because I know everyone got close to it last year. So I'm looking forward to Cadwell. I think it'll suit the Kawasaki a lot more. And also we've got a little bit of a break now just to get on top of a few of these little gremlins.
Congratulations, Leon, on a fine weekend with 6 podium credits added as well. Let's turn then to race winner, D for double for BYD Ducati and Shane Shaky Byrne. Do you want to have a chat about the start, Shaky?
No. No, I don't. You know what, that time I did get my little lights on and I did actually let the clutch out when everyone else did. I just got an abysmal start. We've improved the starts as well. The last few rounds you'll have seen that I've got some pretty strong starts. So I was probably more surprised than anybody when race 2, went the way it did. I was telling the boys that, I was down to 11th or something at one point in the race, and it seemed every time I overtook somebody, they'd like lunge back at me. And I had a particular moment with Christian Idem where I took him going into Hawthorne Bend, and then he passed me back, but he ran me out the outside of the white line, and I went really, really wide, and then I lost another couple of places, and I was like, flipping out, I'm supposed to be going forward, not backwards. But it certainly made it interesting. It was a tough race. I nearly collected Glenn when he had a moment coming out of Graham Hill, and I thought that would have gone down like a concrete kite, wiping my teammate out. So the race was full of incidents, but it was a tough one. I got to the front with what I thought was 1 lap to go. I was panicking a little bit because the course car had been out, and I thought I've got 3 laps to overtake 2 really fast guys. Do you know what I mean? Opportunities don't just present themselves when you're trying to race these guys, So I came onto the start finish, and Leon had a little bit of a bobble, and Jason went one way and I went up the inside, and I hit the brakes, and all of a sudden I was in the lead. And I thought, right, that's it. We've got 1 lap to go. Just defend, and try and keep everything smooth. And I did that, and then I come around and I saw we had another 3 laps added onto the race. And I was like, well, you've shown your card now. It's no point trying to kind of back off or not do anything. So I had a bit of a push for the end there and dropped back into 25s and just tried to maintain a fast rhythm and hit all my apexes. And yeah, I managed to do that and come away with our first double of the season. So, you know, it's been an uphill battle so far with the bike. You know, it's not been easy. You look back at winter testing and stuff. We've had some really, really tough rounds, and we knew it was going to take a while to get ourselves up to speed. And you know, it seems to be coming now. The package is getting better and better. And yeah, we had a test at Cadwell alongside Jason last week. That went well for us too. So you know, a completely sort of different type of track, if you like, for the Ducati, and I was quite pleased that it worked the way it did. So yeah, I'm going to go back to Spain tomorrow, have a few days off, and then yeah, come back hopefully strong at Cadwell.
Well, it is your home circuit. It's a D for double, and you are, of course, the Monster Energy King of Brands 2016. Been a lot of famous names on that trophy as well over the years. That must mean a lot.
It's only been out a few years.
Well, but it was run before that.
Yeah, I have one from 2014. I've got to say this is a really, really nice improvement and a nice addition. So, you know, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of my team. You know, we worked really, really hard this weekend, and you know, there was a couple of qualifying sessions early in the weekend where we had like different offsets going in the bikes and all sorts. So I didn't do many laps because, you know, we were a little bit lost. You know, taking the bike from one track to another at the minute just seems to be it's a little bit of its Achilles heel. But you know, the boys got it sorted, and Giovanni made a change for me for race 2, which made me feel much more comfortable. And yeah, we got it done and got a double. So massive thanks to all my team and everyone that supports us, and onwards and upwards.
Enjoy jumping in the pool tomorrow.
I definitely will.